On the edge of the old mining station, Tarsus dwelt, deep inside, cold and empty hangar 7A. A strange sound echoed through the steel walls every night. It was not the sound of old engines or broken air vents. It was soft, shaking, sad. A sound like a child crying, a baby's cry. But there were no babies here, only tired miners, broken ships, and forgotten machines. At first the crew joked, "It's a ghost." Someone laughed. "No, it's the pipes," said another. "Maybe a lost animal," a few guessed. But as weeks passed, nobody wanted to go near Hangar 7A after dark. The sound was too sad, too human. And no one liked the feeling it gave them. Only one person could not ignore it. A young human mechanic, named Reese. Reese was small, always covered in grease, and had bright, curious eyes. He had no family. The station had raised him. Machines were his friends. He was kind, too kind for this cold place. Every night Reese lay awake, listening to the soft crying echo through the station. Each night it tugged at his heart. Someone down there is alone, he thought. Someone is hurting. One night, Reese could not take it anymore. He grabbed his old tool belt, a flashlight, and quietly walked into the dark halls. The station was quiet, everyone else was asleep. Reese made his way down twisting metal stairs, through old tunnels filled with dust and rust. Finally, he reached Hangar 7A. The big doors were locked. A red warning light blinked above. "Do not enter containment." Reese frowned. Why was this hangar sealed? He had never seen anyone go in or out. With quick fingers, Reese opened the panel. Wires sparked. With a soft click, the door slid open just enough for him to slip inside. It was cold and dark. Reese's flashlight cut a small beam through the black. The crying sound was louder now. He followed it past broken ships and piles of scrap. His heart beat faster. His breath came in short gasps. Then in the center of the hangar, he saw it. A huge shape, curled on the floor. A dragon, not a story, not a myth, real. Its silver scales were dull and cracked. Big metal implants covered its body. Chains held its wings tight. Glowing blue eyes shimmered with tears. The mighty dragon was crying. Reese froze. His mouth hung open. The dragon lifted its head slowly. Its eyes met his, but it did not roar. It did not strike. It whimpered. Reese's heart broke. "Hey, he whispered softly. "You, you're real, He stepped closer, careful, slow. The dragon did not move. It only looked at him, tears running down its scarred face. Then, a soft voice entered Reese's mind. It was weak, trembling. "You came, Reese gasped. It could talk. "I heard you," he said. "You've been crying, every night." The voice replied, full of pain. "They locked me here, alone. So long. I had a rider, a friend, He is gone. I cry for him. Every night, Reese's throat tightened. "You lost someone," he whispered. "Someone you loved." The dragon lowered its head to the ground, eyes still on Reese. For the first time in months, its cries grew quiet. It was not alone anymore. Reese knelt down beside the great beast. "It's okay," he said gently. "I'll stay, I promise." And so, a new bond began between a lonely dragon, and a human who cared. Mara returned to the hangar the next night, and the night after that. She could not stop thinking about the dragon. The sadness in his voice, the tears in his glowing blue eyes. No one else cared. No one else listened. But Mara could not walk away. Each night, she brought her tool bag. Not to hurt, not to harm. To help. When Mara entered the cold dark bay, the dragon Keleth would lift his head slowly. His body was weak. His chains were heavy. But his eyes followed her. Hopeful. Mara would sit beside him. Her small voice filled the empty space. She talked about her life, the stars, old ships, and funny crew stories. And Keleth listened. As the nights passed, Keleth spoke more. His voice in her mind grew stronger. "I was a war drake," Keleth told her. "A living weapon. They used me in battle. My body was changed. My wings broken. Machines put inside me." He showed her the scars. Deep cuts on his silver scales. Metal implants dug into his flesh. Some were old, some still caused pain. Mara's heart broke. She touched the rusted implants gently. I can fix these, she whispered. If you trust me, Keleth blinked. His great head nodded. I trust you. So each night Mara worked carefully. Slowly she removed old broken parts. She cleaned wounds left to rot for years. She used her tools not for war, but for kindness. And Keleth began to heal. One night while Mara worked, spoke again. His voice soft, sad. I had a rider once. A human, small, brave. Mara stopped her work and listened. His name was Aaron, Keleth said. He rode with me in battle. We flew together, fought together. He was my friend. A deep sadness filled Keleth's voice. He died. In the last battle, I searched for him. I called for him. But he never came. Mara felt tears in her eyes. She placed her hand on Keleth's warm neck. You loved him, she whispered. Keleth's voice broke. Yes, I loved him. I cry for him every night. Mara stayed beside him a long time. In the dark, cold hangar, one human and one dragon sat together. No more enemies. No more fear. Only two lost souls finding comfort in each other. After that night, Mara wanted to help more. She needed to know the truth. She needed to find out what happened to Arin. She began searching. Every free moment she went to the old archives. Dusty rooms filled with forgotten war records. She searched data logs, mission files, old videos. Days turned to weeks. The work was hard. The files were a mess. But Mara did not give up. At last, one night she found it. A file marked Project Wardrake. Inside were reports of humans bonded. 2 alien dragons, riders and their mounts, connected by deep neural links. And there Mara's heart jumped was his name. Aaron Vale, youngest rider in the program. Only 15 years old. Her hands shook as she read. He had flown with Keleth during the war. They had fought side by side. Until the battle that ended it all. Aaron was lost. Keleth was captured. At the end of the file, Mara found something else. A small data crystal. Labeled for Keleth, a message. Left behind. A last gift from the rider to his dragon. Mara held the crystal close. Her heart was full of hope. She knew what she had to do. Without wasting a moment, Mara grabbed her tools and rushed back to the hangar. Her boots echoed in the empty holes. This night would change everything. Mara worked harder than ever in the weeks that followed. Each night after her shifts, she returned to Hangar 9C. The dragon Keleth waited for her now. No longer hiding. No longer afraid. When the big metal doors opened, Mara spoke softly as she worked. We'll find out more, I promise. Her fingers moved quickly, fixing broken implants and clearing the old scars. Keleth's voice spoke gently in her mind. You are kind, like he was. Mara's heart squeezed. Every night Keleth spoke more of the boy his rider, Aaron Vale, a brave young human who had bonded with him during the war. Keleth told her how they flew together, how Aaron would sing to him, how he laughed, and how one terrible day Aaron did not return from battle. Since then, Keleth had cried every night for months. I'll find something, Mara whispered again. I won't stop until I do. She searched the old archives in her spare hours. Deep in the storage decks, among dusty data drives, Mara found war logs from the Vraxi conflict. Her eyes widened when she read one file. Project Bondwing, a program to pair human pilots with dragon war beasts. Only one success was listed: Aaron Vale with a silver-scaled drake named Keleth. Mara's hands trembled. There, next to the file, was a small black data crystal, labeled for Keleth. She ran all the way to Hangar 9C. Keleth raised his great head when she arrived. His blue eyes watched her closely, full of hope. I found it, Mara said, breathless. A message. For you. She set the crystal on the cold floor. A soft blue light blinked. Then ... A hologram shimmered to life. A young human boy appeared. Freckled cheeks, brown hair, wearing a worn pilot suit. His eyes shone with warmth. Hey Keleth, Aaron's voice said softly. If you're seeing this ... I guess I'm gone. I'm sorry. Keleth made a low rumble from deep in his chest. His wings trembled. I want you to remember something, buddy. Aaron's voice went on. You're not a weapon. You're not a monster. You're my best friend. Keleth's mighty body shook as tears streamed from his glowing blue eyes. His long tail curled tightly. "You're strong," the boy said. "You're good. And I love you. Don't forget that, ever." The message faded, the light dimmed. For a long moment there was only silence. Then Keleth let out a deep, broken cry, a sound filled with years of pain and love. A sound that echoed through every beam of the hangar. Mara knelt beside him. Her own tears fell. "He loved you," she whispered, "and now you know." Keleth's great head lowered. He pressed his silver-scaled snout gently against Mara's chest. "Thank you," his voice said, soft and full of emotion. "I can feel his love again. I am not alone anymore." Mara stroked his horns. "You'll never be alone again, Keleth, I promise." For the first time in many months, there was no more weeping in Hangar 9C that night, only quiet peace. And the bond between human and dragon, strong and unbroken. For many weeks, Mara worked every day with the dragon Keleth. The deep sad crying was gone now. The cold hangar was not cold anymore. It was full of life. Mara repaired Keleth's broken wings. She cleaned old wounds that had never healed. She removed sharp metal implants that had caused him great pain for many years. At first, Keleth could barely move, but slowly, with Mara's help, the mighty dragon stretched his wings again. His tail began to swish. His body grew stronger. More than anything, Mara gave him hope. "You are not alone anymore," she told him every day. Keleth believed her. One night as they sat together in the hangar, Keleth spoke softly into her mind. "I remember. The sky," he said. "The stars, the wind. It has been so long. Can I fly again?" Mara smiled and touched his silver scales. "Not yet," she said, "but soon, I promise." She worked harder after that. She built a special harness so she could ride him safely. She checked every system, every joint. She tested his wing strength with careful machines. Then came the day, a bright morning. Twin suns rose over the space station. The sky was clear. Mara stood in front of Keleth. Her heart beat fast. She wore her flight suit and a small pack of tools. "Keleth," she said, "are you ready?" The great dragon looked at her with bright blue eyes. "With you," he said, "I am ready." Slowly, Keleth walked out of Hangar 9C for the first time in many years. His heavy claws clicked on the metal floor. Many crew members stopped and stared in shock. No one had seen the dragon up close before. No one had ever dared. But now, they saw not a monster, but a beautiful, proud creature, walking beside a small human. Some bowed their heads. Others cheered softly. Mara climbed onto Keleth's back and fastened the harness. She leaned forward and whispered, "Let's fly." With a mighty push, Keleth spread his wings wide. The silver scales shimmered in the sun. His wings beat once. Twice, then they were in the air. The dragon roared with joy. The sound echoed across the station. The crew below cheered louder. Celith flew higher and higher, circling the towers of Delta 7. His wings were strong again. His heart was full. Mara laughed from his back. The wind rushed past her face. For the first time in so many years, Keleth flew free above the clouds. Mara spoke softly. "He would be proud of you, Keleth." The dragon's voice came warm and calm. "And I am proud to fly with you." They soared together for hours. Across the twin suns, over mountains of steel, through the bright sky. Word spread quickly through the galaxy. The war dragon of Delta 7 was no longer locked away. He had found a new bond, a new friend. A small human mechanic with a big heart had healed a mighty beast. And so the legend of Mara and Keleth began. No longer would Hangar 9C echo with lonely crying. Now it rang with the sound of strong wings and bright laughter. A human and a dragon flying side by side, and in the cold stars the message was clear. Humans do not forget. Humans heal. And with them, hope flies again.